DuPont Innovation lowers LCOE by increasing cell efficiencies and system lifetime while reducing total system cost. Materials matter.
That is, for me, the show of industry.
Hello and welcome to the PV Tech Newscast. In the headlines this week, China slaps duties on US and South Korean polysilicon, the EU-China dispute is to drive European solar firms to bankruptcy, Chile approves a $1.1 billion investment in the PV sector, and we take a look at the latest financial news, not all of it good, from companies such as REC, Solarworld, Conergy and Suntech. The Chinese government has introduced provisional anti-dumping duties against solar-grade polysilicon imports from the United States and South Korea, but not on the EU as trade war talks continue in Beijing. The provisional duties range from 2.4% to 57% for a range of major producers. Under the provisional levies, US manufacturers will be hit the hardest, with Hemlock Semiconductor and MEMC, the polysilicon arm of SunEdison, receiving levies of 53.3% and 53.7% respectively. The levies on Korean companies range from 2.4% up to 48.7%. In related trade war news, IHS warns that more European-based solar project developers will face insolvency this year as the European Union's anti-dumping tariffs drive up module prices. The market research firm said that it had found that the average price for modules in Europe rose by 4% in June to hit 54 euro cents per watt. The price rise comes after prices declined for 48 consecutive months, ending an era of low-cost modules. Both Conergy and Gehrlicher have initiated insolvency proceedings in recent weeks. The majority of the solar industry still hopes that the European Union and China can negotiate a settlement and avoid the impositions of further duties before the 5th of August. According to the report, such a high level of pricing will open the door for South Korean and Western manufacturers of solar as module buyers look for cheaper alternatives. Renewable Energy Corporation, REC, said it plans to split polysilicon and module production operations into two separate companies, ending its fully integrated business model. The transaction is expected to close in October this year, following a shareholders' meeting and bondholders' approval, according to the company. REC Solar, which is primarily its manufacturing operations for cell and module production in Singapore, will become an independent company and will be listed separately on the Oslo Stock Exchange, valuing the equity of REC Solar at $133.2 million. It will follow other companies such as SunPower and First Solar into the downstream market. REC also reported second quarter revenue this year of $257 million, a 21% increase over the prior quarter, posting a small operating profit of $25.3 million for the first time in several years. The company said it benefited from rising module ASPs due to the effect of EU anti-dumping duties, as well as shipping modules to the booming Japanese market, where premium brands retain higher prices. REC Solar will remain at full capacity through the rest of the year to meet strong demand. Other financial news includes the beleaguered Solarworld, which reported preliminary results from the first half of the year of €201 million, with just $89 million for the second quarter of 2013. The company blamed the declining German PV market, its own financial woes, and Chinese module producers dumping in Europe for the continued slump in sales. Solarworld reported shipments including solar wafers and modules of 233 megawatts, compared to 334 megawatts in the same period a year ago. A deal that would see Conergy's sales operations sold and split from its PV module and mounting systems manufacturing operations has been signed between US-based financial investor Cower Capital Management, Conergy, and the preliminary insolvency administrator of the company. Conergy said there had been intense negotiations about an investment in Conergy for months and agreement on the future concept for Conergy a long time ago. Cower Capital is buying the Conergy brand, but not necessarily the product. The purchase agreement is expected to be executed in the second half of August, according to Conergy. Financial details have yet to be revealed, but in a separate statement, Conergy said that production would resume at both its facilities, having stopped in early July due to the start of insolvency proceedings. The split of Conergy's sales and manufacturing operations points to Conergy under Cower becoming a pure-play downstream project developer and a provider of EPC services. Due to the insolvency proceedings by Suntech Power Holdings' main European sales operations, Suntech Power International, based in Switzerland, the company has submitted creditor claims to the administrator overseeing the case. In total, creditor claims stood at $994.8 million. The largest amount was attributed to Wuxi Suntech, its main manufacturing and headquarters, which was already in bankruptcy. Wuxi Suntech was said to have creditor claims of $454.3 million. Yet Suntech also announced this week that it was to supply PV modules for what is claimed will be Latin America's largest PV array, a 30-megawatt plant in La Paz, Baja California Sur in Mexico. The 132,000 Suntech VE and VD panels will be installed by Portugal-based EPC firm Martifer Solar on a 100-hectare site. It is said to be Mexico's first utility-scale solar project with a power purchase agreement from Mexico's federal power company. And finally, around $1.1 billion of investment in photovoltaics have reportedly been approved by the Chilean Foreign Investment Committee, CIEC. 5 applications for investment were submitted by Sky Solar. It has now been reported that plans for 300 megawatts of PV power plants are underway. Chilean environmental authorities have approved over 4 gigawatts of solar projects over 2 years, but only 69 megawatts of projects are actually under construction and only 3.5 megawatts are online. 2 projects were recently announced in Chile by First Solar and SunEdison, while industry analysts believe raising capital has been a stumbling block for many projects in Chile so far. And that's all for this week. Be sure to watch next Friday's edition, and in the meantime you can keep up to date with all the very latest PV news via our website and our Twitter feed. Thanks for watching.